What is up?
Hello.
How we doing?
Yo.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. I see familiar faces and I see new faces. This is awesome.
This is good. This is good. I see a lot of friendly faces too. How you guys all doing?
Good.
Nice.
Thank you.
So
Yeah,
we're
doing good.
gonna let the rest of the people join. Bryce and I will give a short introduction and kind of the expectations of the call, and then we'll jump right in. It'll be a free for all. So you know, our goal is to have everyone connect and meet and whatnot. So one request we do have, if possible, and I got to figure out how to do this myself. If you guys are interested, hey Camden, how are ya? If you guys are able to put your Instagram handle as your username, you know, a lot of us have been talking via social media. That way we can kind of know.
Yeah, so how to do that, if you hover your mouse cursor over your screen, there's like a three dots at the top right of the screen. Click on that and you can go rename. So and then
Perfect.
Yeah.
And what a treat. So my brother Brian's in the call and his son. Camden, how you doing, buddy?
Who is in this call? Wait, I should...
All right.
he doesn't want to talk now.
Yeah, you know, on cue, he never wants to talk, only when he's causing a ruckus. So excellent. So we'll let a few more people join. So we're trying to have an open discussion here, you guys. We just request as well, if you're not speaking, to mute yourself. I believe all you do is you hover over your screen and you just click mute. That way we can drown out all background noises from other people to kind of keep the sound quality as high as possible. And also, if you guys know anybody else who wants to join the call right now during, please just let me know. You can shoot a message and we'll make sure to give them the information.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
Bryce, you ready? You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I think like half the people in here know who I am and half the people don't. So I'm Bryce. I'm the National Sales Manager for Luxury Brands of America. We're the distributor for Noodlers, Platinum, Benu, Waldman, Colorverse, and Inkmiser. And so I've been working for Luxury Brands for 3 years. We're a family-operated company. I'm the third generation that has worked for Luxury Brands. My parents took over for my grandfather about, I think almost 10 years ago or 7 years ago, something like that. And then I've been working here for about 3.5 years. So, yeah.
Excellent. So to give a quick introduction about myself, you guys probably know me. My name is Brendan. My family owns Atlas Stationers. Yeah. I like it. My brother Brian is also the vice president of Atlas Stationers. He's here in the chat with his son Cam. But our great grandfather started the company in 1939, so we're fourth generation participants. Sorry, Bryce, we got you covered by one gen. But you know, we have a retail store in Chicago that we hope one bit you guys.
Did he freeze, or is it just me? He froze. Yeah.
Froze.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Yeah, he froze.
He's frozen. You're gone. I don't know if you can hear us, but he froze. Brian, are you where?
All right, we good?
He's back.
Now we're back.
Sorry. You know, I was just chugging some drinks real quick. I didn't want you guys to see that. But good, yeah. You know, we hope to meet all you guys someday if you're able to make it to Chicago. And, you know, we're just excited to be here and be able to host something like this. But what I was asking is, you know, before we begin, do any of you guys want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
What is yours?
Anybody?
Don't be shy, guys.
I'll always throw myself on the grenade first and introduce myself. What's up, Bryce?
Hey, man. What's going
on? You know what, man? Living the life.
That's good, dude.
What's up, Brendan? So actually, I recognize a couple people in here. So I'm Pen Geek 13. I've done a couple reviews for luxury brands. I have a couple that have been sitting for way longer than I want to admit, but I do have the venue tattoo ready to go. So that will be a giveaway coming out soon too.
Nice.
So
There you
keep
go.
an eye out. I'm hoping to get that up tonight after. I was hoping to get it done beforehand, but little one did not want to eat dinner tonight. So, but yeah. So I think I've known you for like a year, a little over a year.
Yeah.
And some of the other people in here I've known for a while. So this is cool. No, I haven't been on a Zoom call in a little while. So
Yeah.
I was looking forward to this tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
That's great.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Kimberly,
Sure.
I just noticed you were in here. What's up?
You calling me out again, Bryce? I guess you're making me introduce myself. I'm Kimberly, also known as All the Hobbies, because I've done, it feels like practically all the hobbies. And super excited to join today. And also it's kind of a little bit of a bummer because this weekend would have been the San Francisco Pen Show, which is my local show.
Yeah.
Is the only show I don't stay at the hotel because I only live 4 miles up the road. So extra super bummed. I'm, obviously not enjoying a show, but super happy that I get to talk to pen people this weekend, which is always a plus. Even if I have to see Bryce's mug. But at least you're not wearing a Packers shirt, are you?
The shiny cue ball that is my head.
Are you wearing a Packers shirt today?
No, it's just like a Jekyll Island.
Oh, thank God. Okay. All right.
Hey,
We can
Bryce
talk
and I
today.
made it very clear prior to the call that we will not
Yes.
discuss anything Packer related. So
Yeah.
No.
Other than that atrocious, is that a championship? What is that behind you? What is that? Is that a big
no.
cheating? That's cheating. It's not. It's on your wall. It's not on.
I mean,
Mhm.
as a fellow Chicagoan who is actually grew up in Wisconsin, I got to say they seem to really love their one championship here in Chicago.
That's tough. That
Yes.
is tough.
Oh,
You know, his mom has vowed to always wear shorts in Chicago year round until they win a Super Bowl. And I'm like, man, you're gonna be wearing shorts for a long time.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's dedication, though. That's dedication.
mhm.
Especially in Chicago, we never know what weather
Yes.
we're getting. So you
It's
gotta
true.
predict the unpredictable. So
Yeah,
the
for
Bears
sure.
are killing her slowly because these winters are getting colder and colder.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Well,
Does anybody
cool.
else want to introduce themselves?
Yeah, Melinda, I know you
Sure.
were too. Yeah.
Yeah, my name's Melinda, at Bluemail on Instagram and other social media. I'm here in Seattle, so I'm not going to talk about, I'll talk about the other football team, the Seattle Sounders soccer. We do pretty good there.
There you go.
Very nice, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're living that dream. I work for the Walt Disney Company, and
Cool.
Bryce, I think I met you last year at the at the San Francisco.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
You had all the Banus and the Platinums
Yeah.
and all the
Mhm.
good inks.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think we
And-
talked about how you worked for Disney, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's cool.
For sure. So yeah, my Facebook was reminding me that this time last year I was also in San Francisco. So thanks for having a pen related get together.
Yeah, of course. This is
No
fun.
problem at all.
We always have a good time when we do these. So
Mhm.
Yeah, after Bryce and I did that takeover, we got an overwhelming response
Yeah.
of people saying they want to see us talk live and drink drinks. So,
I was watching the takeover, so yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
what
we
that
took
says
it
about
their
us.
way. You know what? That's cool. Hey, what are you guys all drinking? I'll do a quick
Oh.
toast on.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Paloma, which is tequila and grapefruit.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice. There you go.
I got a corn and oil, which is 2 rums, falernum, bitters.
Ooh.
Nice. That's awesome.
Wow, the pen community's fancy.
So I'm at my mother-in-law's house right now, and so not all of my bar stuff is not here.
Mhm.
I was able to get a local brewery. It's a Kolsch. Look at that can, though.
Oh, I like Kolsch.
I feel like
Very nice.
this can is like very inky looking. So
It is.
Nice. I've talked to my roommate who's a graphic designer, and one of his like dream projects is to design beer cans because some of those cans on like craft
Mhm.
beers and whatnot, they're super cool, and that's what attracts people to get them. So
and dude, that's like legitimately the reason I was like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, that can's amazing. And I'm like,
There's
Kolsch, I like Kolsch's. Okay, cool.
There's a local brewery in Baltimore. It used to have a whole bunch of restaurants, but now it's just the brewery called Dewclaw. And I actually stopped at the store today to grab beer for tonight and whiskey because I was going to do old fashioned, but then ran out of time. But they brought out a whole new line of beers, and they're
Yeah.
like the pandemic themed beers. and it's hilarious because all the cans are just stark white, and it's just black block lettering, and it just says beer. And then the light beers, it just says less calorie beer. And then the other one, it's like beer that doesn't taste like beer. But it's this whole line of they're like, we
That's
don't feel like
amazing.
doing anything graphic design wise, so it's just all white cans and block lettering.
Dude, that's actually like a great marketing strategy. You know? It still stands out even though it like doesn't.
Oh yeah.
You know?
It's hilarious.
I'm not drinking anything because last time I was on a Zoom call with Bryce where alcohol was involved, somehow I managed to drunk buy a few pens. So I'm not doing that again.
Hey, have we ever mentioned our website to our pen shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm staying
Kimberly,
sober for now.
Drunk by.
Yeah,
they were already in the cart.
Yeah, I know Kimberly. Kimberly has a birthday coming up soon.
Nice. Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to a birthday pen pretty darn soon.
Yeah.
Nice.
What'll it be?
Celebrate.
I will post it on social media when it comes out because I don't want to share just yet.
Ooh, secret.
Don't worry, we'll all see
She
it.
has been looking for this pin for like ever though. I mean, you've been
Yeah, and I mean,
this
I've had
thing.
many opportunities to get it, and this year was like the F it, I am going to get it, even though it's not a significant birthday or whatever. But
Yeah.
hey, I'm alive, so
All
there it is.
birthdays are significant. Don't you?
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen to that.
We've all aged 10 years in this pandemic, really. So
It's true.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
You guys just haven't noticed how good my editing is on our videos. I have gray hair, so.
That's why my beard is gone. It's now, I let my beard grow out for like 2 weeks, and it's completely white.
Nice.
So I was
There
like,
you go.
no, that's gone. So yeah,
There you
no
go.
beard anymore.
mine
Just gotta
too.
roll with it.
So yeah,
It's so stressful. Bryce has hair.
yeah. So actually, I don't know for anybody who doesn't know. So for like the longest time, so like a couple years ago, I buzzed it, because I was like losing my hair, and I'm like, you know, screw this, I'm just gonna buzz it. And then I went from like a 2 to a 1 to a 0, and now I just recently I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna shave it. I don't even care.
Well, you do a good job at it. If
Thank
you
you.
ever need help, you know where I'm at. I'll hook
Huh?
it up.
Yeah.
I'll hook it
Oh
up
yeah, for sure.
free, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Hey, Melissa, I wanted to talk to you for a second. I've never been able to really see you face to face, so it's an honor to be here with you. I know we were chatting on Instagram, and I think we hopped on a call one time, so it's a pleasure to see you.
You're very responsive, and I appreciate that. And nice to meet you too, face to face. Kind of.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for joining. Well, I consider this face to face because you can't really do it any other way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very true.
Norm. Eric, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
All right, how are you? I'm trying to, my puppies are in the background, so sorry, I'm trying to like minimize my my talking. I think
We allow dogs. Unfortunately, I don't have Winnie with me. She's with my girlfriend. I know she's become a superstar on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know,
I just
Bryce, is
realized
your
we
dog
have
still
3
with you
Erics
right
in
now?
this
Oh
room.
yeah, he's still right here. So he really messed up the bed, so like don't judge that. But hey, Barry.
Oh my goodness. Every time I see him, that is a big boy.
It's the horse dog.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You can find
wow.
him at Barry the Horse Dog. So
It's Scooby.
Graham, yeah.
Barry the
Barry
horse.
the horse dog.
Barry the Horse Dog. That's his yeah, because my brother called him a horse dog. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make his Instagram that.
I mean, he's not wrong, you know. It's a pretty big dog.
So it's actually kind of funny because he is like 120 pounds, which like for a Great Dane, that's like the smallest Great Danes are. His dad was 150 and his dad was 170 and his mom was 150. So he's actually like quite a small Great Dane, but people are like, oh my gosh, he's huge. And I'm like, in comparison, yes, but for like Great Danes, no, you know? So yeah.
What are they supposed to weigh?
I would like to point in here. It's Kelly. You're not supposed to mention a woman's weight, dog or anything.
Oh, I like
true.
that.
That's true.
You got to keep it gentleman.
Yes. So mom is undisclosed weight. Dad was 170. There you go.
Nice. Good catch. Good catch. Kelly, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks
Very
for joining
excited
us
to be here.
tonight. Where are you from?
Arizona.
Nice. Okay. I've been to Arizona, I think, a few times, twice actually, and I really like it. I was out in Sedona like 2 years ago. I was in Scottsdale and Sedona, and Sedona's like my dream location. It is so beautiful.
It is. It is.
So, you know,
It's a
being in
wonderful place.
Chicago, though, it's tough to deal with hot weather. So
I've always wanted to go to Sedona because, like, you know, so many people, like, there's so many pictures everywhere of Sedona. I'm like, man, I gotta go there.
Sedona's beautiful
Yeah,
and much nicer than Phoenix or Scottsdale.
yeah,
There you go.
It's hot.
yeah.
Nice. And actually, it was at a Chipotle in Sedona, Arizona, where I realized you can do a double wrapped burrito with 2 tortillas. So I'm
You didn't know that?
calories. I didn't know that until I went there, and like I was like, "Is this gonna cost more?" He's like, "No, dude."
I
So
didn't
now-
know you could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So make sure you go give a shout out if you're ever at that Chipotle, whichever one it was. I don't know.
yeah,
if you-
because like you know how like especially if you like really stuff them, they'll like rip open. If you ask
Yeah.
if you ask them to double it,
You know, I was thinking about putting a patent on burrito tape, but I don't really have the scientific facts on how to create burrito tape. It's edible tape to hold burritos together.
You would need like tortilla
That's called
strips and like
seaweed.
edible gum paste.
Yes.
there you go.
Yep.
See, Eric, I know you
Seaweed
guys had
and
that topic too.
Sushi.
What's that?
Sushi, yeah, exactly.
It's called seaweed for
Yeah.
sushi.
Exactly.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
There's
but
so many
does
sushi
the
styles.
seaweed really go with a burrito?
Have you tried it?
No,
Yo,
I'm just.
Exactly. So you.
Yo,
can't
I
just-
do know
I'm
there's
not
a
judging. I
place-
just.
there is a
Don't yuck
place
my yum.
in San Francisco that I've wanted to try that does sushi burritos. So it's like this big and this long, but it's like a giant thing of sushi.
It's like a
That's
giant hand
nuts.
roll.
Yeah. Yeah, Kimberly, weigh in on this. Have you been there?
Wow.
I think if I'm guessing you're talking about sushi rito.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's basically I wouldn't call it a burrito, but it's but it's also not exactly just plain sushi, but it's just a massive, yeah.
Nice.
And they have all sorts of different combinations and stuff.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I haven't been there in a while.
Nice.
Mhm.
Hey, real quick, you guys, I'm going to interrupt. So in the email that we sent out, we asked you guys to think of an ink name. I don't know if you guys received that okay, but what we wanted to do. So we just started a rewards program at our store at Atlas Stationers. So since you guys joined the call, we're going to give you guys all 100 points. How that works is each dollar you spend at our store, you get a point to save up for discounts, or you can buy some swag, which we're working on. But we're going to give you all 100 points. But here's the cool part. I want you guys to use this entire Zoom call, if you want to participate, to actually draw out the ink bottle in theme to what you wanted to name it. And if you participate, Bryce and I, at the end of the call, you guys will hold them up, and whoever we think drew the best ink bottle with the best theme, it can be humorous, it could be serious, we'll give out an additional 100 reward points. You guys don't want to do it, so be it, but I thought it would be kind of fun. I might doodle a little bit, even though I am awful at art, and I'm a pen
Oh
salesman.
no, that
Say.
poster you did on the Instagram Live was pretty good though.
Yeah, you know, that's when I'm really dialed in because of the fact I got to take my art.
Frozen again.
Yeah.
Those drinks are hitting them.
There you go.
Am I frozen?
You
Not
were.
anymore.
I don't know what's going on. It's like, yeah, the drinks are hitting me, I guess.
are you
Maybe
doing?
I'm moving in slow-mo. But did you guys hear that okay about the ink bottle challenge?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So yeah, if you guys want to participate at the end of the call with like 10 minutes left, Bryce and I will judge and we'll see who wants to win. But cool. So Bryce, is there anything new coming out from the brands that you represent? I know the biggest one was the Shiun. You know, we've been talking about a lot of food and drink, so I maybe want to direct a little bit conversation about pens.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to like think of. So the Curidas 2.0 is coming out, which will, you know, fix some issues that they had with that. So that's coming out. It's taken a little bit longer because of COVID, obviously. I think everybody knows that right now that's kind of making things go a lot slower.
Mm-hmm.
So that's coming out. And then trying to think of another thing. Platinum should be having another pen coming out soon. I think it's going to be a limited edition. And Waldman has a limited edition coming out too. Should be cool.
So do you want to real quick, you know, I know Waldman is kind of newer to the U.S. market. I know we have a nice selection of Waldman. But I'd actually be curious to hear a little more about that brand, since it's not really one of the bigger brands in the States yet. I know we're attempting to grow it. So
Right.
what is it exactly?
History lesson.
There we go.
So what? What'd you say?
She said
History
history
lesson.
Oh yeah, yeah. So Waldman was started in 1917, I think, in Pforzheim, Germany, and all their pins traditionally they were a jeweler of like specifically sterling silver, and then they moved to making pins, and they specialize in sterling silver. But we're actually working with them on making other pins not in sterling silver, because I know some people don't like sterling silver and they don't want that. So trying to like expand the horizons and everything. But yeah, all their pins come with like a 10-year warranty. It used to be a lifetime warranty, but the German government made Waldman the German government got rid of lifetime warranties, because they were like, is it the warranty of the pin or the lifetime of the pin? Is it the lifetime of the person that owns the pin? Like it's very like weird. But anyway, so the most you can do in Germany now is a 10-year warranty. So they have a 10-year warranty, but they've actually warranted broken parts on a pin up to 15 or even 20 years old before. So their manufacturing is stellar. They use like the same lacquer that like Mont Blanc uses and everything. So their pins are like totally top notch. It's just they were kind of in the United States for a few years, like a couple years ago, and then they left, and then now we've brought them back for a couple years. So yeah, they're a great brand, and they're great people to work with, and their pins are amazing. So
Yeah, thank you for that. Obviously Platinum is very well known in the U.S. Benu is starting to become very well known.
yeah.
And then of course we all know Noodlers, and
Yeah.
Colorverse is on the rise too.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool what Colorverse did with the mini inks.
Yeah, so shout out to freaking Colorverse, because like very rarely, especially like I'm sure everybody will be able to like this will resonate to a lot of people, but like very rarely in companies can you go to like your company's partner and be like, look, so this is what people are thinking of, hey, I really want to buy a Supernova, but I don't want to buy 2 bottles of it if I don't know if I like it or not yet, right? So we were like, you guys should come up with something of like a little testing, like tiny little bottles that you test, and you can mix and match in like a set or buy them individually. And I'm telling you what, like literally like 5 months, they had packaging, product, pricing, everything like ready to go. It was crazy. And so yeah, the new minis are really cool because you can pretty much buy just like a tiny little 5 milliliter, pretty much just like a sample. Yeah, Melissa's got it. Yeah, it's like this tiny little 5 milliliter sample bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I have my Pokemons.
Yeah, there you go. Marissa's got it too. Yeah. So, and it like allows you to try the ink first without buying like a whole bunch of it, or even if you don't want to buy a whole bunch of it and you're like, I honestly just want like a little bit of a brown ink, then you can just get a little bit of a brown ink. So, yeah.
It's really cool that they did that, because, a lot of the ink world nowadays, a big part of it is basically like samples, if you will, smaller bottles.
Yeah.
Because, there's so many different inks out there that people like the smaller sample size before they make the big purchase. So I thought it was a really good idea. And my goodness, man, Colorverse has so many inks out there.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Not as many as Noodlers, but yeah, there's a lot.
Noodlers has more?
Yeah, Noodlers has like 250.
Wow.
You should see our warehouse.
Yeah, you got them all lined up?
It's like, it's a lot.
Wow. That's crazy.
Hey Bryce, can I ask you a real quick question with Noodlers?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Have all the prizes from the Nikita Khrushchev Red been claimed? Do you know?
I actually don't know. Actually.
Okay, that came up in a discussion randomly when I was at the Baltimore show. Somebody had a bottle, and somebody's like, I just want to buy it to see if it's a winning bottle. And the guy who was selling it was like, I have no clue what you're talking about, but he sold it for like $2. It was like half used.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I don't know.
Why have they all been claimed?
Actually, yeah, I'm sure they probably are, honestly.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I can't give you like a 100% answer on that.
Okay, no biggie.
Yeah.
It was a great red. I saw swatches of it. I was never able to grab a bottle of it. It was when I first got into pens when that came out.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, and like
it was a great looking red.
Yeah, and Noodlers came out with those 16-ounce bottles.
Yep.
Which is like an insane amount of ink, but you would not believe how many people we get asking for like that. Because like a lot of artists use noodlers. And so, you know, like a 3-ounce bottle or a 4.5-ounce bottle for like a giant piece of artwork is just like,
Yeah.
you know, you'd have to buy like 10 of them, you know? So Nathan was like, all right, just make a 16-ounce bottle. And at one point he was like debating doing 32 ounces. And we're like, no, please.
When I first got into reviews to keep like nib versus nib consistent, I bought a 1-liter bottle of a blue black ink.
Mhm.
So that was 4 years ago, and I've got about half a bottle of that left, and I'm now actually switching to a different ink because I'm so tired of that color. Like I
Yeah,
hate
right.
that color now.
Yeah.
But I saw Bertram's has a so Pelican used to make like these like gallon-sized jugs of ink.
Yeah.
It was for like offices, and I'd never seen it before. And he was moving the shop, and I was in there, and I looked the one day, and he has like 3 of these gallon jugs of Pelican, like the royal blue, and I'm like, like who would ever need that?
Jeez.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's more of a flex, you know. Like, yo, check
Oh
this
yeah, it is. But that's like one of those, like if you actually went through the whole thing, you would just like put it in like a bookcase and be like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
So yeah. Also, does anybody else want to introduce themselves? I know there are some people that we haven't heard from, but
Let's go, guys. We're all
I'll
friends
go.
here.
we're cool.
Why not? My name's Robert Labella. I'm from
Robert.
I'm from the New York, New Jersey area. So I'm active in the Big Apple Pen Club, which is out in New York. I'm also pretty
Nice.
active in the DC Pen Crew as well. So yeah, I've been into pens for about 10 years. I collect pens, ink, you know, a whole 9 yards. So thanks for setting this up. It's pretty cool so far. So thanks.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite pen of all time?
An all-time favorite pen. That's tough.
That's a $1 million question.
I mean, certainly probably my favorite one that's inked up right now. I've got this Delta Dolce Vita.
Oh man,
love that orange, dude.
Yeah, and I like my inks to be matchy, so I fill it up with right now I'm doing a Diamine Autumn Oak because it's relatively orange, although not quite as bright as this, but.
Wow, and it's pretty suiting. You know, we're approaching fall, which is kind of unbelievable.
I know. Honestly, it's like, let's just get 2020 just like out the door. 2021, come on in.
2021 is our year. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah.
Robert, thanks for tuning in, man. We appreciate you being here. It's real cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else?
Sure, I'll go. I'm J. Michael Bestel. I'm a writer and HR professional here in Chicago. So knew of this through the Atlas website. Do a lot. I'm actually more involved with like the cocktail and tabletop games communities than I am pens. But you know, I figured Atlas was doing this, and we needed to talk about networking, pens, and cocktails. Which mine's gone now. I think these are all the things I love. So I was excited to just kind of meet more individuals in that sphere.
So what was your drink again? Can you remind me of that again?
Yeah, it's a corn and oil. It is a rum-based drink using blackstrap rum, falernum, which is like an almond syrup with spice, and a ton of bitters.
Nice. Yeah,
So,
I got like really, really into like drinks and mixology and stuff like that, like in college, and spent like so much money on different ingredients, alcohols, and that kind of thing. So I never heard of that. So that's like I'm gonna have to try that.
yeah, highly recommended, especially if you like rum and kind of like the bitter, thicker drinks. So
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
You know, I know we've talked a few times, and I've always wondered how to pronounce your last name. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. Wabi Sabi Girl, is that how you pronounce it? I know you were waving. What's up? How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm so glad to join you guys. Hi, Clarissa. I've only been a part of the Instagram fountain pen community for about a year now, and Clarissa was one of my very first friends before she got all famous. No, but I been in love with fountain pens since I was a kid. The first time I got allowance, I saved it up for like a calligraphy set, with all the different nibs and everything. So I've just always enjoyed playing with pens. And recently I won this beauty from Atlas Stationers.
Oh, nice.
It's the Lamy LX So anyway, I'm writing with that tonight. So
Nice.
Listen,
I
that
will.
was truly one of the most exciting feelings I've ever had when I messaged you that you won, because your excitement just brought me up, and I was like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's why we do it. So, we're happy you're here today, and we're happy you're enjoying the pen. So
Yeah, I'm
welcome
not
to
sure.
Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if like everybody knows, but so we decided that for luxury brands and noodlers, because we do Platinum USA's Instagram, Noodlers Instagram, luxury brands Instagram. That on Noodlers and luxury brands, we do weekly giveaways of like any 30-ounce bottle of Colorverse on luxury brands and any 3-ounce bottle on Noodlers, and it's every single week. So if you guys like free ink, just go and check it out. It's every Thursday. But yeah, anyway, so what made me think of that was when Brendan was like, yeah, that's why we do it. It's so exciting because every time we message somebody, especially like in this community, I don't know if it's like in the pin community specifically, but everyone's always like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is amazing. It's so cool.
I think it's just safe to say that everyone in the industry and in the pen community, we appreciate just everything, whether it's something small, something large. And it's very exciting. You guys, my favorite part about doing this is getting to meet all of you. And you guys know I'm a pretty hyped up guy. I love bringing the good energy, but I really appreciate you guys always understanding and being a part of the journey. So, Bryce, what are the accounts again? You have Noodlers Inc.
Yeah, so
Platinum USA.
So yeah, at Noodlers Inc. and then at Platinum USA and then Luxury Brands USA.
Perfect. So make sure you guys go check that out. I assume I can't participate, can I?
Sure, if you want to.
Okay.
You're still a person. It's fine.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah, it's completely random. We like upload all the people that comment, because all you have to do, we make it like super simple. All you have to do is follow us and tag 2 people that would like it. There's not like a bunch of like criteria for you to enter it. Anyway, so yeah, we just enter it into like a random generator and just hit generate, and it just spits it out. So it's completely random. So
Perfect.
Won't get preferential treatment, people, I promise.
Unless I start participating, I'll win every time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, I know we're joined by some more special guests, Jim and AJ with the Chicago Pen Company. How you guys doing tonight?
Where are they? I just saw them. Where'd they go?
And they're in the middle of my
Oh,
screen.
there they are. I had to go down.
Roof, baby, raise the roof. How you guys doing?
Here's now.
Yeah.
I'm Jim. This is AJ. Hi. AJ.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great. How about yourself?
Good, man. Good. How's life been?
What's that?
How's life been?
Life has been stuck in this house.
Yeah.
But it's been good. It's been real good.
Good.
You know?
That's great.
We started the Chicago Pen Company about a year and a half ago, I guess, and Luxury Brands was the first brand that we started carrying, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I remember when you guys sent me that email. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Right?
But then I met you guys not too. Hi. What? What are you doing? And then I met you guys like not too long after that at like one of the pen shows. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, maybe a DC show.
All of them.
Yeah, we can't get to all of them. But AJ's the big pen fanatic, and he wanted to start the company. So it's actually AJ's company.
Yeah,
and,
that's right. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
Since we started, we've kind of moved into more of the custom pens. So we're making our own pens now too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that on Atlas's
Bryce, he wants to dance with you.
on Atlas's website. Yeah, that's awesome.
Right. Yeah, we have some of our pens at the Atlas store.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, we're big fanboys, right? So I mean, we like all the pens.
Right.
So
right.
We don't have just our pens. We buy everything. So it's,
right. Yeah, you guys are making some really cool stuff too. I saw, like I said, when he did that Instagram live, you guys are making some really cool stuff.
Yeah, that was at the sidewalk sale, I think. Well, there's 2 lives, yeah. So
yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't there another one though?
With us. Yeah, and then they surprised us at the sidewalk sale to showcase some new stuff. So You guys are doing great work over there.
Thank
And,
you.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the coffee too. You guys do
Oh yeah,
coffee
that's
as
right.
well.
And we're also we branched into coffee because I'm a big coffee guy. So AJ's the pen guy, and I like coffee. I always wanted to start a coffee shop, right? But so right now we also sell coffee online. What I was gonna say is I remember meeting Kelly at the Chicago show, I believe, right? Bookbinder 75. We sat there. We were sitting at that table that night. So at the Chicago show afterwards, they do a pens and drinks just like we're doing now.
Yeah.
And we all got to talk.
And it was wonderful meeting you.
I'm sorry?
It was wonderful meeting you.
It was great to meet you. You sent us a nice little card after that, too.
I did.
Nice. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's so cool. You know, like everybody in this industry is such you know, it's such a open and like welcome community that, you know, I mean, I remember like one of my first pin shows, everyone's like, oh, cool, yeah, like come on in. And, you know, and now, well, when we did pin shows, when they weren't canceled, you know, anybody like at the bar that you saw have a pin, and it was obvious that they were pin people, but they were like by themselves. It's like, why are you over there by yourself? Come over here. What are you doing? You know? So it's cool. It's a fun,
very loving community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
I remember I was nervous. My very first pen show was the Baltimore show. I think it was when it was like the old Sheridan, where it was like the one like ballroom in the back of the hotel.
Yeah.
And I was friends with Adam Lalachi, who is the assistant manager from Bertram's. That's how I got into the whole pen community. Was he introduced me to a bunch of people. But it was funny because he was like, hey, you need to come out. And I'm like, I don't know anybody. I barely know how to use a pen. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, dude, trust me. So like I got there and I ended up hanging out with the Andersons like the entire day, and they were just telling me stories and let me see like every pen they had. And at one point I'm sitting there, I'm writing with a pen. I was like, oh, this is really nice. And at that point, I think the most expensive pen I had was a Varsity. And I was like, oh, how much is this? And Brian was like, oh, $900. I'm like, I'm going to hand this back. I'm going to go ahead and leave now because that's insane. Yeah. And I remember telling Adam, I was like, I will never spend that kind of money on pen. That went right out the freaking window.
Yes,
so, yeah. 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 But no, it's an awesome community. I think that's one of the things that brings so many people. Like, you get to meet people from all around the world. Like even doing like the reviews and stuff. It's cool. Like when you hit, like I do mine on WordPress, and you can see like what countries are like reading your stuff, and it's always cool to see like, you know, countries that you've never like been to or you don't know anybody from. Like I did a review for a company that was based in India, and I had like 600 readers in India, and I was like, this is nuts. Like,
that's cool.
Yeah,
it's super cool.
Yeah, it's an awesome community.
Yeah.
I went to my first pen show last year, Boston, and I didn't know what to expect. I had no clue. I don't know if I've ever been as happy as when I walked in and just saw tables and people and.
Did you meet Nathan there?
What was that?
Did you meet Nathan Tardif?
I didn't meet anyone. I didn't know what I was doing. I just looked and touched everything.
Yeah, because that's the only show that Nathan, the owner and creator of Noodlers, does. And like,
okay, because
we don't do that one, and he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So it's always
there was definitely a very large Noodlers table in the corner.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the free ink was from Noodlers.
Yeah, that was
so
definitely.
I have that.
Yeah, nice, cool. That's awesome.
And I can't wait to go to another one. I hear of these like cocktail parties afterwards that I'm super excited to join.
Yeah. Yeah, correct me if I'm
drinking.
Anybody like chime in here, but I think like the craziest pen show that I've been to is San Francisco. That it's like a horde of people. Just like
that one was pretty. I was intimidated at the thought of going, and last year was my first year going to a major pen show. Like we have meetups, and in Seattle, like we had the Pelican Hub, and that had like 80 people, and San Francisco had thousands of people.
Thousands of people. It was insane.
But no, everybody was amazing. And when you talk about that, you're sitting in the bar or the only restaurant at that particular hotel, and the service is 40 minutes to get your first glass of water. But when you do get your drinks, everybody's like, hey, what's up? Or hey, you got a pen? Or what's your story? Or you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't matter if you are somebody who's well known, if you're a named person,
right,
or you're just new to the hobby. I think people treat you with a similar amount of respect, and that's really cool that I don't always see in fandoms.
Right. Yeah.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Hey, real quick, there's somebody who I've been wanting to talk to. Winnie, how you doing? Out there in New York. It's good to put the face behind the voice and the name. How are you?
I'm good. This is Matthias.
Hi there.
How you doing? Brendan. Good to meet you. How are you guys?
We're good. I'm actually haven't been in the hobby super long. I was in the hobby like a few years ago, but I took I was only in it for like a few months, and I took a long hiatus, and I started back up like a few months ago.
Nice.
Welcome back.
But my first pen was my dad bought me my first pen when I was a kid, so it was just like a Chinese knockoff of like a Parker 41 or something like that. And so I used that for like years. I used that for years through high school. But I've always loved fountain pens. And I bought some in my 20s, but I didn't really get into the hobby, and so I wouldn't say I was hardcore into the hobby until like fairly recently.
Yeah.
Your collection is growing very quickly, as you know.
Right.
You've got some very spectacular pens.
It's a very, very deep rabbit hole,
Oh yeah. I think I'm pretty much at my limit though, because I like to use them, and if I can't use them, it's a I've also found out what kind of nibs I like, so it really inhibits me if I don't like the nib and I can't swap it out. If I can't swap it out, then there's no point for me to get it.
Right.
That actually brings up a great point. You remember when I was inquiring about if certain platinum pens came with the soft fine? Yeah, she was the one inquiring, but it only comes on the limited edition 3770.
No, soft mediums, right?
Soft medium.
Yeah.
Soft medium.
Yeah, the soft mediums, like if you find, I've actually seen people who like really wanted the Kumpu, like the Kumpu came in a soft medium, but they actually didn't want a soft anything. And I saw people like, well, I just bought this regular medium. Why don't we just switch? And you can just pull them out.
Yeah. But you have to find someone with
the soft medium. Yeah.
And usually when people...
Yeah, Platinum listens to us a lot, but that was one thing we're like, hey, come out with the soft medium. And they're like, no, that's only for limited editions. And we're like, okay. So
except for the black one. You can get the soft mediums and the soft fines and like the plain black Century 30.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Of course, then you have to buy a plain black 3776.
Yeah.
Probably one of the colors I don't have, Bryce. So,
we'll talk next week, all right? We'll see if there's a way we can make it happen.
Oh,
question.
Hold on.
What is a soft medium?
Oh, it's not the real background.
No.
You're asking what is a soft medium?
Yeah.
Bryce, you want to answer that question? I think so. Platinum, at least in my experience, platinum nibs can be a little stiffer. It's just supposed to be a softer version, correct?
Yeah. So it's not like Kimberly's showing. Yeah. So it's not like a flex nib at all. It just like is like springy. It's just softer to like when you with it. Yeah. It's kind of got a bounce to it as opposed to being like super stiff. So
thank you.
Yeah.
And the soft medium is actually a little more bouncy than the soft fine, which isn't really soft, that soft.
Yeah.
Maybe technically softer than their regular fine, but not really.
I have the soft fine in the Cornelian.
Nice.
And I love it. My other 3776 is a extra fine, which I can practically write in marginalia. Like it's really, really precise. And like all platinum nibs, it has that little bit of feedback.
Right.
So when I tried the soft fine, where you get relatively that same feedback, but then you get this kind of hint of bounce. It's pretty amazing. I like it.
The platinum's nibs, it's actually really interesting. It takes them like 2.5 days, and it's like a 15-step quality assurance process to make one nib for platinum.
I do like the platinum nibs, even on their less expensive ones.
Yeah, and I don't know if you notice this, but like you take out like most nibs, I think especially like Pilot and Sailor, if you take them out, actually like the platinums go farther back down into the pin.
Yeah.
So then you get like more of that feedback, Of
course it is.
Yep.
Bryce, correct if I'm wrong. Doesn't Nakaya use platinum nibs?
Yeah, well, yeah.
They buy them from Platinum and.
Yeah, they're made in the same place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I saw that fountain pen meme today. Was it today or yesterday when it was like, hold on, I'm trying to find it.
But I mean, I love so many.
Let me try to find it 1 second. Continue the conversation. I'll see if I.
So Platinum and Nakaya, I believe, I don't know the exact business term for it, but they're essentially the same company, similar to Toyota and Lexus or Honda.
Like a
Acura.
subsidiary or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the technical legal definition.
The story that I was told at the Baltimore show a couple years ago was that it was a group of the pen designers and artists from Platinum retired and then started Nakaya, but because they left and they were like good friends with the CEO, they have like a working agreement. But I don't know if they're owned by them or if they just like share.
I'm not exactly sure of how that works,
Yeah.
but they are the same nibs, except every single Nakaya you have it's personally tuned, like not personally tuned to you, but they're like hand tuned as opposed to machine assembled and all of that. So
when
and I don't have any Nakaya, Bryce. I only have Platinums, just so you know.
Yeah. So when Mr. Nakata, who is the CEO of Platinum now, when he became CEO, he always wanted to do like a high-end line of pins and like to compete with like Namiki and stuff like that. So he decided that he was going to start Nakaya. And then, yes, and Eric, you're absolutely correct. So when the artisans that do all the high-end Urushi stuff for Platinum retire, like in Japan, they say they never really retire. They're always doing something, you know? So when they retire, they move to Nakaya, which is obviously less volume because of, the more expensive nature of it, obviously. So they're still working, but it's not like they're working that hard, So it's kind of nice though, because you get like the same craftsmanship between a Nakaya and a Platinum. It's just Nakaya, like Kimberly said, are like a little bit more finely tuned. So.
Hey, Mr. Jamie Road. That's how you pronounce your last name. How you doing, man? It's good to meet you.
I am good. It's Rody.
Rody, there we go.
Rody.
Nice. I know you're another individual who we've spoken with quite a bit on social media, so it's a pleasure to have you here and meet you face to face. So, how are things?
Good to be here.
Nice.
I'm good.
Nice. So, you made a comment that you were learning a lot. Were you more excited to learn about food or pens tonight?
Or drinks?
That burrito thing is really kind of legendary.
Mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing. Exactly.
So hopefully you guys don't know how to make a patent quicker than me because I'll be a little upset. But if we collaborate, we can make something big happen. All right?
There you go. There you go. You know what we should do? We should make a pin burrito. Like a burrito that looks like a pin. Like how they make cakes look like things?
Okay.
Make like a burrito and just make it like one giant ass burrito,
Listen, I'm trying to envision your vision, and it's not quite there because that's pretty difficult to do. Cake is at least easier than burritos. So, Bryce, I'm just questioning if you know the true art of burrito making. And burrito
honestly, I'm questioning that too.
It's a good idea, though. It's a good idea. When you first said that, I thought you were going to say roll up a bunch of pens in a tortilla and you just sell it as a package.
There you go. Next pen roll is make it look like a tortilla.
There you go.
$1 million idea.
JanSport has one. JanSport makes a pen wrap that is a tortilla.
That's hilarious.
I was gonna say someone get Rickshaw on the phone.
Oh, Mark would totally do it. I think Mark would totally.
Mind-blowing. Yeah, it's mind-blowing that others have had that thought before. So we're all obviously on the same page, which is good to see.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, Heath, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Good to be here, man. Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, I got to say, hearing your story about the push-up challenge, I was very impressed. So, bravo to you.
Froze again.
Frozen.
Or Brendan just is really good
struggle
for
bus today.
himself and like messing with us all.
Yeah.
He's frozen and he needs to let it go. Let it go.
Have you guys seen that video of like a Zoom business meeting call, and the guy's like, "Yeah, so actually this quarter's been really good," and then he's like, "Okay," obviously he just froze. "Hey, Jim, you just want to take this over?" And you go, "Yeah. So like blah blah blah," and he starts talking, and he freezes, and he's like. And he's like, "Jim, I know you're not frozen. You're literally drinking something."
Nice. Am I unfrozen now?
And they all freeze, huh?
No,
Good.
you're good, Brendan.
Okay, good. I just chugged an old fashioned. So again, that's my strategy.
Hey, Bryce, I do have one quick question for you. I'm not trying to hog, but I do have another question for you.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
So obviously, like for platinum, they have like the 3776, which is like the flagship. And then you have the preppies, and you have the I'm going to say it wrong, Prefontes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prefonte. And now you have the Curtis. You have a pretty
And the
big,
Procyon.
And the Procyon. Okay. So aside from the Procyon, there's a pretty big gap between like that, like $10 to like $80 range. Is Platinum bringing anything out in that area?
Well, so they have the Plaisir. That's like a $25.
Okay.
Yep.
Or 22, 25, whatever it is.
I like the Plaisir. I have one of those.
Yeah, so they're actually just I don't think this has been released yet, but what the hell, I'll tell you guys.
Oh, the new colors?
Yeah, the 3 new colors.
Oh, I did see those.
Those look really pretty. I'm like, do
It's
we need
the 10th
another one?
anniversary colors.
I
So
saw those, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they released, I think it was because of COVID, honestly. They released this, I'm probably not going to say it right, but it's like Araby, something like that. I don't know. It's like this little creature. And in Japanese culture, it means to like bring prosperity and like ward off evil spirits and stuff like that. And they did like a special run of them and like stamped it on the Plaisir. And I'm like, I think they're just trying to like get COVID to go, you know?
Hey, anything that'll help.
They're like, hey, yeah, anything that'll help. Let's just put this on a pin, send it to countries, you know?
Okay, so this is my only platinum. It's a balance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of my very first purchases.
Yeah.
And it's so solid and so perfect. I have turned so many people onto this pen. I think they're not making anymore, though. Right?
No, they're not. I gave my balance away. It was good.
It's perfect. Anyway.
And see, that's what my pen enabling.
It was $55. So it was.
Okay, so it's in that range.
Yeah.
And that's normally from Brendan. I know at the start of the summer I won a box of preppies from you guys from one of the takeovers. So that's my pen enabling pen. Anytime I have somebody who's like, "Oh, what's fountain pens about?" I give them a preppy because I know it's going to work. It's going to write great. It's a great pen. But I just know I know there are a lot of companies right now that are like hyper focused on that like $30 to $70 range. So I didn't know if there was anything like if they were going to try to branch out into other models in that like or try to give Twisby a run for their money for like piston fillers for like $60.
Yeah, so,
throw that out there.
I think because the Curidas was in production for like 5 years, and then they had that horrible feed crashing issue, which was like an issue with their Chinese manufacturer, and then COVID hit, and then like all this stuff. So I think like right now they were just wanting to get the quality control down, correct, and everything, and then we'll see what happens. But you know that they have some pretty banging like high-end pens coming out. Which would be cool. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, George, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. What you drinking? I saw you take a sip. What you got over there?
I'm afraid I'm being somewhat boring tonight. Just iced tea.
I like it though. The classic iced tea. It's classic.
Are you in Long Island though? And then it's a Long Island iced tea. And then,
no, I'm in Chicago, but it is fresh brewed at least.
Hey, there you go.
Nice, even better. So how are you? You want to introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm George Lesser. I'm in Chicago. I'm a biologist.
Nice.
I have always fooled around with pens, but got into fountain pens seriously about 10 years ago or so. Not mostly. I have a lot of Sailor, Franklin Christoph, and Platinums. But I like everything, actually.
Yeah, that's great.
As long as I can afford it.
Yeah. That is the big if, right?
You know, I think the way to go too is, I mean, I know there's collectors out there that will only touch certain brands, but honestly, there's just too many good brands out there to stay within one. And, you know, I have a lot of clients that walk in and I really do my best to persuade them, like, you know, check out something else because you might get hooked and you might like it. So it's good that you have kind of a wide variety going for you.
Yeah, I mean, even like, you know, like as like working for a distributor that like we distribute certain brands, like I still like other people. Like I know like Carrie from Kinrow will come over to my table and we'll go over to his table and I'll talk to like Mark Cole from Visconti and like, you know, we all just like, you know, we call each other frenemies, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean, they all have a different experience. I mean, I always have, you know, a half dozen inked up and I switch them out all the time just because I take a lot of notes and it's fun just having something different. Look, sometimes a smooth nib, sometimes one with feedback, vary the line, vary the ink. It's always fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Not said hi to. Oh, Amit, what's going on?
Hey,
What's up?
I'm based. I used to live in Chicago, and my office was actually across the street from Atlas. So that's where I found out about y'all. And I now live in Milwaukee, and this is actually Jeffrey.
Hey, Brendan.
Dr. Jeffrey Coleman.
Hey. Good, you?
Doing well. It's good to see you. You know, I've been keeping up with your Instagram too, and your smile is infectious. So I love seeing your posts.
And how
like he is like the luckiest follower on the live takeovers that I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
You win so much.
Jeffrey, you have quite a few enemies out there during the trivia takeovers.
Oh, you're the one who keeps winning. Oh,
Frenemies.
yeah. Yeah.
That's why I had to make an appearance. Amit told me he was joining this, and I was like, "Oh wait, come over to my house and we'll hang out and drink."
that guy's like Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
Fast.
He's got a horseshoe in his pocket. Like,
yeah.
Much love. No frenemies on this one. You're awesome at those takeovers.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to do your research ahead of time. That's all.
It's true.
It's like college. You got to cram, right?
Exactly. I'm glad that you get it. It's always good to study just 10 minutes before.
Right.
Ahead.
Yeah. So what drinks are you guys having?
I started out with a glass of wine. It's like, but I switched over to a local beer from Mobcraft, and it's like a collaboration with a local like female Latin brewer. So I think it.
Oh, cool.
This collaboration is.
Sure. So let me ask you. So I know you guys are in Milwaukee, right? So how big is Spotted Cow in your particular area? I mean, I know Wisconsin wide. That's like the most.
Oh, dude, Spotted Cow's like the Green Bay Packer beer. Yeah. For sure.
Bryce, not to say that.
Put $1 in the swear jar.
Wall, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a Packers fan, so I'm not joining in on that. But I will say that Spotted Cow, New Glarus Brewery they only sell Spotted Cow in the state of Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. I remember when I first moved to Wisconsin, there was a huge story on the news that some bar in Minnesota had, you know, smuggled Spotted Cow across the state line and had it on draft, and it was this huge scandal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Spotted Cow, cross the border, come get some. You know, we can help you out if you need it.
Yeah.
Nice. You guys are beer smugglers. No way.
You know, we could trade beer for
beer
ink,
shares, right?
beer for pens. I don't know. We could figure something out.
Hey, you guys know me too well. You know me too well. Good stuff. Well, it's good to see you. Jeffrey, what were you drinking? You drinking wine too?
I had some wine. I need to go get a refill actually, but
nice.
It is about refill time.
Yeah.
Good. You know, that's so funny. So about a month ago, I was actually gifted a bottle of wine, like my first ever not boxed wine that I used to drink in college. So I was never a big wine guy. A lot of you guys know I'm a big IPA, big beer guy. And my buddy gifted me like an aged wine, and I decided to.
Frozen.
Oh no!
He froze the wine. It was ice wine. Huh. That was terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Everybody
I'm
take
sorry.
a drink. Every time Brandon freezes, we need to drink.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm out.
There you go.
It's a drink.
It's refill time.
Everybody take a drink. He's still frozen.
Drink some more.
Still frozen.
Brendan,
Drinking.
I'm back.
Actually, what we should do is like you just keep drinking until he gets frozen.
Am I back?
Yeah.
You know, Zoom just
Oh, we
doesn't
have
want
it.
me to. Zoom doesn't want me to talk about my alcoholic endeavors, so I totally understand.
Brendan, we've come up with a drinking game.
What is that? Every
Anytime
time I freeze.
anytime you freeze, we drink until you unfreeze.
Wow, that's gonna be.
Can
a
you
long
freeze again,
time.
please?
Yeah, right. I don't know what's going on. You know, this is where I do all my Zoom calls, so I don't know. But
You're
what
the
I was
only one who freezes all the time. You're the only one tonight.
You know, I think I'm just trying to prove a point that I'm trying to get out of the limelight for once. You know, I'm trying to share the love of the spotlight.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But no, what I was suggesting is I instantly became hooked on wine because I received a bottle from my buddy, and I have a local winery. It's called Bottles Up right next door to me, and I attended my first ever wine tasting session on Zoom this past Wednesday. And oh my goodness, it was crazy. I really enjoyed it. So big
Dude,
wine
I'm
guy
telling
now.
you, I could seriously get into like really good, you know.
Yeah.
Good wine is the way to go. We actually have a wine tasting that we're doing through Zoom in a little bit, actually.
About 20 minutes or so.
Wow.
Oh, this is
there you go.
Nice. Nice.
Free gaming.
Yeah.
Wow, I like it. I like it.
Because, you know, I never really was like really into wine until I went out like to dinner with my grandfather. He's like all schnazzy, and he like was like, no, we're gonna get this bottle of wine. I'm like, okay, and he brought it out, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, this is I'm like, what is this? And he's like, oh, this is like good wine. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can get into this. This is freaking good, you know? Yeah.
I was never big into wine until our company, the company I work for, the headquarters is in California. And our director, when I was working in internal audit, the director's friends owned a winery outside of San Jose. So we did a team building activity at the winery where we got to bottle and blend our own wines to have their master sommelier pick who made the best wine. So we were there for 6 hours, and between there was 52 employees, and we went through, I think, 116 bottles of wine. It was bad. It was really bad, but it was good.
Dude, that party was lit.
It was phenomenal wine, though. Like between our group, we ended up buying, I think, 3 or 4 cases to bring back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on this, but somebody told me that there was only something like 5,000 sommeliers in the world. Like, in order to become recognized as that, you have to go through pretty intensive training to recognize any wine based on appearance, smell.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'll never do
Wild.
that. Because I have the attention span of, you know, probably a puppy, a dog. So too much knowledge for me.
I think, though, you have to earn your way into good wine. You know, everybody in college starts with what's
Franzia.
that? Pink
Box
Zinfandel.
Franzia wine.
You know, and then they work their way up. So it's kind of like an earned status when you actually like wine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty similar with beer too, right? Like everyone starts off with their Miller Lite and their
Although I did see a meme that was going around saying that for 2020, it's completely acceptable to buy a box of wine, pull the bag out, stick a straw in it like a Capri Sun.
Nice. That sounds legit.
Yeah.
Hilarious. I haven't heard that yet.
That's great.
My friend had a post up about that. It said asking for a friend, and then like 10 minutes later, there was a picture of her holding a bag of wine with like a giant boba tea straw in it, drinking.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
Yeah.
They have purses that women can just dump a whole bottle of wine in, and like it has a spout.
Yeah, you can just like, fill up your
You can just go to the movies and.
I love it.
It's for the drunk on the go. Love it.
We prefer the term wine aficionado, not drunk.
And for those who like their outdoor adventures, you know, places like REI have wine skins. So if you're backpacking or whatever and you feel like, you know, you want wine, but you don't want to take the glass, there are options.
I mean, that's what a
It makes your
camelback is for,
camelback.
right?
Camelback, right.
It's like a wine camelback, yeah.
Yep.
There you go. You get to the top, you're like, wow, this is so beautiful. It's freaking like hammered at the top, you know?
Done that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's also like high elevation, you'll get drunk quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I would hike and I would bring like one drink in like a hydro flask, like just a premix thing. And I was a little too high up because the altitude really got me that my one drink was like, I can't get down right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta wait a bit.
Yeah, we I think it was like a couple years ago, we hiked Long's Peak in Colorado, which is like one of the 14ers in Colorado. We didn't go all the way to the top.
Yeah.
But we were like well above like 13,500 feet. And I like remember like cracking a beer and having it up there. And I'm like, that beer hit me up there like 4 down. I was like,
yep.
Okay, I need to focus here.
Yep.
Nice. Hey, is there anybody that hasn't spoken yet that would like to speak? Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your names right, but I see Delightful Rumination, Plum Column. Forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. Aaron, D. Wakar. Forgive me if I pronounced that wrong, but I want to make sure everybody has a chance to include themselves in the event. Bryce, I think we only have like 20 minutes left or so, right?
Yeah. What time is it? Yeah.
8:10.
22.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, so would any of you guys like to talk or share your story?
I'll go.
Clarissa, perfect.
Hi, I'm Clarissa. I'm from Colorado. So good to be here today, and I see so many pen friends over here. So I'm kind of new here. Nikki is my partner in crime, but good to be here. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for
You
joining
just
us.
became like Insta famous with like the 1,000+ followers.
Yeah.
There you go.
No.
She did. She far outshined me. Yes.
It's just a hobby. It's a hobby. I love playing with pens and inks.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Well, thank you for joining us, Clarissa. We talk almost on a daily basis, so it's always good to talk to you and see you. I hope Snowy is doing well and
yes, he's doing well.
Perfect. Anyone else? I know Eric, I don't know if you've spoken yet. Forgive me if I had pronounced this wrong. Lala Yaya. I'd like to hear from you guys if you're willing to speak.
So I'm Eric. I live in Rockford. I've been doing pens for a little over like a year and a half. And I blame Atlas for getting me off of my metal pens, because when we went to the Chicago 2019 show, I would only look at metal pens, and I found Karas, which I love, and I have probably a dozen of them now. But then I won an Esterbrook Esty last summer. We drove back into Chicago the day after to pick it up, and I loved it so much. And like now I have all kinds of acrylics and some Sailor. And you guys were talking about the 3776 before, the plain black ones.
Yeah.
I love mine. So if you don't like it, you just feel free to send them my way.
It's just a classic black. Nice. You're a part of the Black Pen Society now.
Yeah.
That brings up a great point. Is it's so crazy because a lot of times, a lot of brands offer just a solid black pen, and they'll do either silver finish or appointments or gold appointments. And it's so funny that some people just absolutely are disgusted by gold appointments, and others are absolutely disgusted by silver appointments. It just cracks me up every time. Yeah, everyone got their preference. So
it's
Hashtag all trims matter.
All trims matter. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
I love it.
All inks matter. All pens, I think, matter. Almost all paper matters, but some of them really should only be used for wiping. And I'll leave it at that.
Good point. Well, Eric, thank you for joining us. It's great to see you. I'm glad you're doing well. So hopefully you're able to visit the store when things settle down again.
Definitely. I'll bring the little guy with me.
Nice. You got to start him young. So it's good stuff. Good strategy.
Yep.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Yeah. Duquar. Is that how I say that? Sorry if I say that wrong.
Yeah. Walker. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm from DC, and I started collecting pen around like 2017, and I started doing some urushi work last year. So my hashtag for urushi work is District Urushi, and the hashtag is just VROD because I write Harley VROD.
Cool.
I've seen your name, but tell me how you got into that. That's
I'm gonna go follow you right now.
Fascinating art.
How did I got it? That was out of desperation, because I buy every single urushi pen. So
Okay.
Wow. So two things here that I'm very impressed with. One, that you somehow found a spot with the Northern Lights in the background. That's pretty impressive. Two, I actually went on your website when you emailed me prior to the event tonight. I went on your website, and my goodness, you have some pretty crazy stuff up there.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed is a lot of the finishes that you work with or pens you work with is the Pelican M1000. Is that just like a common? It's crazy, dude.
Oh, goodness.
It's unbelievable. Is the Pelican M1000 just like a lot of people's go-to to submit? Or how does that work?
That's just my favorite pen.
Gotcha. I couldn't agree more. Pelican's my favorite brand. Sorry, Bryce, for your brands. I love them all too, but Pelican's my go-to, man.
Hey man, this is not a just like a luxury brands brand thing get together. This is like a
This is an all pens matter type of event.
Yes.
Well,
Good,
I'll tell you
good,
what. Give me 5 seconds, but I happen to have one of DeWalker's works, and he started doing some metal work. So this used to be an all smooth pen, as you can see on like some of the smoother surfaces. But he like did all the hammering work. It's all brass. It started with an Amisu pen. Very cool.
Yeah, this
does some very cool work.
So
Wow.
What's that website?
Yeah, what's your website again? Just districtyurushi.com or something?
districtyurushi.com.
Perfect. You know, it's unbelievable what you do, and not many people are capable of doing it. So it's real good to have you here and see your work. So thank you.
Thank you.
Here.
Perfect. Anybody else?
Hi.
Oh, there you are. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well.
So my name is Kara. I've been practicing calligraphy for about 15 years. I got into fountain pens roughly in 2013, and I've been looking into vintage flex pens since 2015.
Nice. You got hooked on the flex, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have a Swan 3230 right now, and it's nice.
Nice. So do you have an all-time favorite, like, go-to pen? Is that it right there?
I don't really have a favorite go-to pen. I just have a favorite brand, and right now it's Swan.
I'm not familiar. You said Swan. Wait, you said Lamy or Swan?
Swan. It's a vintage Mabby Todd Swan.
Oh, maybe
Todd.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. So
they went through a bunch of different name changes. They were up in, was it originally like Jersey and New York?
Interesting.
When like way back in the day.
Jack
It
Dog.
was New York, and then they moved over to London, and you can find Mabby Todd Swan New York and England most of the time.
Wow. Well, cool. Thanks for informing us. You know, I see a lot of pens in my day, and there's nothing better than to discover things that I'm unaware of. So awesome. Thank you for joining tonight. We really appreciate
Go
it.
vintage.
Well, I only recently found out about that brand. It's people who have the most excellent flex. If you follow the post and you look, it's that maybe Todd.
Yep.
They're-
Their story was actually really cool. One of the pen forums, somebody did a whole like 7 or 8 page like essay about that company because they had found a pen that the nib didn't match what the pen should have been, but it was like they did the whole family history of the company and where it was based and how the names changed over the years. It was actually really well written.
That's cool.
I want to say it was one of like it was like either Pennant or what's the other big one? The other pen magazine, Pen World. Oh my God! But it was one of those. It was a series of like I think it was all together was like 7 pages, but it's like the entire history of the company. It was really really well done.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. It's good stuff. So, hey, real quick, you guys. I mean, we only have about 15 minutes left. Are you guys all finished with your ink bottle?
Chris, drink.
Right.
Way. Right.
Oh, he's unfrozen, looks like.
You're back. Wow.
Yes,
You know, when I
finished.
freeze, I just switch the setting, like full view, you know, 1-person view. But awesome. I'm just trying to help you guys feel good tonight. That's my goal. So. What I was saying is, are you guys all done with your ink bottles? If you guys are all set, Bryce and I can deliver the judge's verdict.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, if you guys want to show, let's see what we've got.
Oh, I like the Ace of Spades. That's cool.
Wow. Dark amber maple.
What is type O? That's awesome.
Typo.
Wow. All All right, how about we let you guys explain? I'm just gonna go for who's ever at the top of my screen. So Eric, Pen Geek, you're up first. What do you got there?
All right, so the name actually my wife came up with today, so I'm definitely using it because it's hilarious. But it's everything but the kitchen's ink, and the colors, and it looks like a Dawn dish detergent bottle. And the colors, because you have to have colors, right? So I have grease cup gray, burnt cheese brown. It's good. Or it tastes good. I swear, black. Old cheese green. Pasta sauce red. And what is this yellow?
Wow! Wow! I'm writing that down for creativity.
That is hilarious. If you come up with that, I want to distribute that. Okay, like.
Oh yeah, I'll get right on it.
That's a very creative ink bottle. So I'm
Thank
very
you.
proud. And
She came up with the name, and I let my weird imagination run.
That's
nice.
Yeah.
Well, the delivery was flawless. Just coming from the judge. Bryce, you like that? Awesome. All right, next up, Melissa, do you have one?
I do kind of, but it's not in the running as far as Eric went first. I just have a crappy bottle because I'm also not an artist, and it's Inky Dew is the brand, and Inky Dazzle is shimmer.
Inky Dazzle. I like it.
I like it.
Inky Dew and Inky Dazzle.
Inky Dazzle.
Inky Dazzle. All right. Perfect. All right, Winnie, you're up. Do you have one?
So it's Matthias came up with type O negative, and I did the bottle, which is you can it is a needle attached, so you can just fill it from the bottle, or you can put it into this vial if you have like a piston filler.
Yeah.
So it's a great bottle for filling your ink.
And you know why I like that a lot? One is because obviously we all should donate blood and plasma right now. But two, isn't type O the most rare blood type? I think it is.
Yeah, type O negative. Yeah.
So that is
it's the universal donor.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm negative. What's up? Woo!
Hey, shout out to you. Donate your blood, Bryce. Come on now. What you waiting for?
You're going in my speed dial.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody just hook me up.
Oh, he's type O negative.
Yeah, I'm type O negative. Yeah, because
Nice.
when the whole COVID thing was going around, everybody in my family tested, and we're all type O negative.
Oh wow, it's rare.
Like
That's
me,
nuts.
my brother, my dad, and my mom, we're all type O negative.
Excellent. Well, luckily I got you on my Fave 5 in case I need some blood. So it's good stuff. Awesome. Thank you,
I'm
guys.
mailing you some. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, send it in your next shipment to us. I like it.
exactly.
Well, you guys, that was incredibly creative, and I really like how you included the vial. So
yeah, I like that a
we
lot.
already got some tough decisions. Jim and AJ, did you guys have something you want to present?
Sure. So I drew a burrito. So we've got a burrito ink bottle.
There you go. Thank you.
Nice.
We have colors of salsa red, cheddar orange, corn chip yellow, tortilla brown, and jalapeno green.
Jalapeno green. I like it.
I like it.
You know, and that's in theme. AJ, I got to give you credit, man. We all like burritos, so.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry. Thanks.
Excellent. Jim, are you teaming up with AJ, or do you have something you want to present?
So I've got this one. There's the ink bottle. And of course, it's got Chicago Cubs blue ink.
There you go. Go Cubby.
My man. I like it. You're pretty good at drawing. That was actually impressive.
That's something that you and I agree on, Brendan.
You're a Cubs fan?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because my grandfather not grew up, but my grandfather lives in Chicago. So, like, I went to school in Boston, so I'm a big Red Sox fan, but I'm also a big Cubs. Yeah.
Although they're terrible right now.
Yeah.
Kimberly, you are up next. Do you have something you want to present?
So I couldn't decide between the two, so I'll do both of them. And I can't draw with beans. So I made an ink bottle that looks like a bottle of beer, a mug of beer.
Nice.
And the white cap is kind of like supposed to be kind of bubbly for like the head.
Nice.
And the ink is sort of an ochre colored ink, and I called it Hop to It.
Nice.
And then the other one, because I am actually more of, and this is a really bad drawing, this is actually a wine bottle shaped ink, and the top is like red dipped wax, you know, kind of like the way Papier Plume does their inks.
Yeah.
And it's a burgundy colored ink, and I called it Wine O'Clock, because it is 9 o'clock somewhere.
There you go.
I love it. You guys are all doing really well sticking on theme. I have a lot of respect for that. This is good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, but Lala Yaya, you're up. Do you have something you want to present or?
Sure, why not? Hello, my name is Larissa. I'm up in Canada. Woohoo!
Hey.
And there's my ink. Where'd it go? There it is. It's called Mandarin Glitz.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
A bottle. That's cool.
It's ridged like when you peel a mandarin.
Yeah.
It's like little
it looks like-
rounds around it.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh, I try and get it there. Wait, no. Nope. Vanish.
That's hilarious.
Excellent.
go.
Excellent. Well,
Thank
thank
you
for
for
sharing.
including me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure
great.
to have you here. Our boy Heath, you're up, my man. What we got?
So Brendan can attest to this, that I am very boring with my ink selections. It's almost always black. So I was trying to come up with something black. I'm also not an artist, so I ended up trying to just get an ink bottle on the page. And once I did, I was like, oh man, I can put a spade in that. Put a spade from like a deck of cards. We'll call it Ace of Spades. It's a 50 milliliter bottle of black ink, and just fits me very well with that.
Thank you for including how many milliliters. We were all
50
wondering.
milliliters, yeah.
Perfect. I like that. You
Stuff,
know,
right? You got to know.
I like it, and I'm happy that you stayed with your traditional color of choice. So no surprise there, but good. Ace of Spades. Do you gamble at all? Are you a card player?
I don't. But I was like, the bottle shape lent itself to the spade.
I like it. That's very creative. Well, perfect. Hey, what I wanted to ask before I froze up, about like 30 minutes ago, is did you ever find out how to set up your Chicago Marathon medals? Because I remember you posted on Instagram.
I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we've got some more ideas now.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Well, cool. Hey, I hope to see you. That was my dream to run the Chicago Marathon. I was prepping for the half marathon, which got canceled. My first time ever trying to do it. But we'll see you on the racetrack, all right?
Get there, man. Let's do it next year.
Oh, man, I like it. All right, Eric, you are up. Do you have something you want to present?
Is that me?
Yes, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, you. I didn't want to
I
botch
don't.
your last name.
Oh, yeah. Serwin. No, I didn't. I forgot. I would do something brown, probably Billy Goat. Do it in the
Sure.
shape of a Billy Goat.
There you go.
Nice. Keeping it Chicago classy. You just got the invisible ink bottle, so I respect it.
Right.
Clarissa, you are up. Did you prepare something?
Me?
Yeah. Did you draw an ink bottle?
No, I don't draw, but
Hey, I respect you. You've got a lot on your plate right now, so no worries.
Oh.
All right, moving on. Robert, how about you?
All right. I also do not draw, but I am really into retro gaming. So my company brand is Game Inc. And
Nice.
the color I came up with is Extra Life. So it looks like a little mushroom, and the cap of the mushroom is like the plastic color match to the ink. So of course, Extra Life is 1-Up Mushroom Green, which is like that's what I was going for. And then there's of course going to be Invincibility Star Yellow, it's like a really saturated yellow, and like a few other like super red and like stuff that's like gaming themed, not just.
Please throw in some Zelda.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hyrule Blue.
Yeah.
Blue. I like it. You seem like a Mario Kart racer to me, huh?
I do enjoy myself some Mario Kart, and green is actually my favorite color. So like,
Nice.
I have all my friends know if you can find this little guy somewhere, just buy him for me. I'll pay you back whatever it costs.
Nice. Hey, Bryce, real quick, are we able to extend the call without dropping out, or do we have to speed through this? Do you know? We got about 4 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. All right, we're gonna have to speed through it.
I think we can just keep going until like.
Yeah, you can stay on as long as you want. As long as
Yeah.
If you have a subscription, you have a subscription.
Yeah.
Then
So
you can
I
stay on
think
as long as you want.
Yeah. I think
Okay, so we're good. Okay, perfect. All
matter.
right, Nikki, you are up. What we got?
I love all things Japanese, and so I wasn't prepared for this. I drew a little Tori, but with the fountain pen. That's, dripping.
Wait, hold it up one more time.
So it's a Japanese torii, you know, the gates that they use into their temple or whatever. So I love all things Japanese.
Wow.
So anyway, I would love to come up with a color. See, I kind of misunderstood what you were saying, but a wasabi green is what
I like it.
I would love to come up with.
That's a good play on your name. That's awesome.
Hey.
I'm gonna email Platinum. Be like,
there you go.
Green, and then we'll like collaborate.
There you go. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing. You know, that's a very clever idea. So perfect. Mr. District Urushi, are you preparing something you want to share or?
Sure.
What do we got?
Oh, let me turn off my background for a second.
Oh, so you're not really by the Northern Lights, huh? This is
And
exciting.
he's not really in Sedona either.
You know, I was about to put my background as Soldier Field, but you guys would have called me out. So, well, what do we got there?
So it's a crystal bottle. The ink name is Iced. It's a cool blue with shading ink.
There you go.
Nice.
I like that a lot.
And the bottle is like slanted, so you can kind of dip the pen in further when it's low.
Also has the slant like on the bottom.
Ah, I like it. Good stuff. You're a pretty good drawer.
Just sketching right now.
Nice. Well, I'm sorry for interrupting your trip to the Northern Lights, but I did really like your ink bottle design.
Right away.
Awesome. You guys, unfortunately, the order switched up, so if I didn't get to you, please jump out. Dash, yeah, you're up. I got you right now. What are you doing for us?
So I'm going with, so I can get some light on this, inspired by my family's maple syrup here. Figured in the kind of in the vein of like the Mont Blanc and the Diatramentis scented inks. We have our dark amber maple, which of course is going to have some shading as well as the scent. See if I can get to, plus it was an excuse to play with some of the shimmer inks in the logo there. So
nice.
Wow.
Is it edible too?
I imagine that's probably a bad idea to have a pen ink that's, because the Mont Blanc does a Scotch one. If that was edible, that'd be dangerous. That'd be really dangerous for me.
But is it scented?
Yes, it'd be scented.
Okay. All right.
Also, another
Diatramentis makes a whole line of scented inks.
Yep.
And at the San Francisco show, I want to say 2 years ago, I don't think it was this last year, I walked up to Mike Van Ness, who was doing a little thing after hours for the scented inks, and people got to smell different ones. And he didn't tell me what it was. He just said, here, smell this. And I took a, thankfully, very small whiff. And I'm like, oh my God, this smells like horse. And he turned the bottle around, and indeed, it was horse.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, there's like
Was
a
it
horse tail scented
like hay and
Diatramentis.
leather?
I kid you not.
Or what?
Yeah.
Like
It's,
I'm sorry?
Yeah, there's a funk.
like hay and leather, or
I wouldn't say hay, definitely not leather.
Okay, great.
I would say more like what comes out.
Yeah, there's a funk
Compost?
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, having growing up.
compost would have
Yeah.
smelled like. Definitely more than earthy. Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. In case people
what's the
are into scent.
inspiration behind choosing to do an ink like that? It's pretty funny.
Someone lost a bet.
Yeah, that's my first thought too. Excellent. Kelly, you are up. Did you prepare an ink bottle today?
I did not. I am so not an artist, but I did think of Shamrock Shimmer.
Shamrock Shimmer. I like that.
I like it. I am a four-leaf clover girl.
Irish all the way.
I actually got married in Ireland last year.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah.
I went there last year.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome. When'd you go?
I took a 2-week bus tour around all the UK. So I started end of May and came back early June. And I went from London to Edinburgh to Dublin to Cardiff, Wales, and then back to London. It was my first solo trip. So
We were in July. We went in July.
okay.
Then like our honeymoon was like 10 days, like around Ireland. Honeymoon. There's so much to see. I was like literally dead by the end of it.
There is so much to see. I would love to just rent a car, but I couldn't get driving on the other side of the road. I know I couldn't do it.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad actually, and like I actually not the driving on the other side of the road was the problem. It was like how small the roads are.
Yeah, that too.
Like
try doing stick shift.
Yeah, the rental car company was like, "Don't worry."
That would be my thing.
Yeah, the rental car company was like, "Don't even worry about it. Like, as when you're driving, like get as far over as you can, and like branches hit the car. It's like not a big deal." Like,
yeah. Yep. Right. Okay.
Perfect. Jamie, you're up. Did you prepare an ink bottle?
Okay, so leave it to the quiet guy to be not safe for work. We've got 50 Shades of Orange.
What's that say?
50 Shades of Orange. Nice.
Yeah, so you've got a label with a whip and chains and a ball gag. Because orange is orange is a sexy color that not everyone can handle.
Dude,
And
orange
is great.
Okay.
shading is my favorite property of ink, so
I like
gotta
that
be
you have a
very shady.
tagline for it already.
Yeah,
that's great.
so that's
Awesome.
that's mine.
Awesome. Do we have any idea how many mLs it is?
Oh, more than you can handle.
69.
69. There you go.
69 of them.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. Who haven't we gotten yet? Kara, if you want to share, I think your camera's turned off. And Aaron, I don't know if you're here still, if you guys presented something. If not, did we miss anybody?
I don't think so.
I'll take that. Okay.
You
Then
know,
I guess.
put it out for us. This is going to be difficult.
Yeah, well, Bryce, I kind of drew something too. Part of my notes, you guys, I was taking notes on all of your ink bottles, but I've got the Chi-Town Summer in my terrible drawing. I've got the skyline behind the wording. I've got the Cubs W, the sun. And the cool thing is, it's not just one color. It's every color combined, you guys. Come on. Bryce,
So it's black.
And then wait,
it's
is it
essentially yes.
is it scented? Does it smell like hot dogs or pizza?
Hot dogs. Clearly.
Okay, thank you.
Or Italian beef, either way.
Yeah, there you go, Bryce. I also drew you right there.
That's great.
You know, I was really going through the
That's a
definition.
very accurate drawing.
Hey, you know, I was just testing out my portraitism, if that's even good.
That's great.
That's great.
But cool. All right, you guys. Bryce and I will converse real quick, and we'll discuss who we think the winner is.
Yeah.
Bryce. Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. This is really tough.
We can still hear you guys. You know that, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say we can
Hear
hear
you?
you, you know.
Yeah.
But theoretically, you can actually.
In a private room. Bryce, I'm just gonna jump out right now, and I'll list my favorite three.
All right, go for it.
I really liked the blood O, the type O blood
Yeah,
from
that's top for
Winnie.
me. Yep.
I really enjoyed the 50 Shades of Orange. I thought that was a really nice twist.
Yes, agreed.
And lastly, I really enjoyed the kitchen work from Eric.
Yeah. Yeah. Can everybody hold up
Yes.
just so like it'll like jog my memory too, just to make sure. Okay, yeah, that's a good. Yep. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you know, but like the maple one, that was like the only scented one.
That was by far the best design. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That was something. Man, this is tough. So, yeah.
All right, here we go. You know what?
Let's whittle it down to two. Let's whittle it down to two.
All right. You know, I do like the maple scented, but you know, I think that it would clog my pens, bro. It's practical.
It's true. It might be a little thick, you know.
Exactly. You know what, Bryce? I knew this would be a hard decision to do live. So here's what we're going to do. We'll just give out an extra 100 reward points to everybody. Does that sound good?
There you go. There you go.
Nice.
Good for me.
Wow, thank you.
So we're going to
Cool.
do because, it's tough being on the spot. I really appreciate you guys participating, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So we'll make sure you guys are all covered. I screenshotted the group so we know what's up. To the couple who didn't get around to doing it, I still included you, so don't you worry, all right?
I've got one, just not, I just can't show it on I'll have to turn off my background.
Oh, so you mean you're not in a dojo right now either? What the heck? There we go. You're in the library.
Yeah, I'm not actually. This one's kind of a Space Needle, and it's the Seattle Freeze.
I actually
Nice.
did it like that.
That's pretty cool.
That was like very well colored in too.
And it's the same color as your hair.
Yeah.
It might, yeah, just a little bit lighter to give it that kind of Arctic.
That's awesome. Yeah, Eric, your ink like the I promise it tastes good black. Like
Well, hey, if you want to talk to Nathan, I would be glad to collaborate on this. I think it would be hilarious.
it'd be hilarious. That would be
He's
so-
got a good sense of humor, so
He has a really good sense of humor. So I think
I could easily come up with some other color names too.
we do exclusive. So send me an email.
All right, we'll do that.
That's gonna be awesome.
As long as I can get a whole set, but I think
Yeah,
she said it and I just looked at her and I was like, that's okay. All right, actually, yeah, that's good.
No, yeah, it's so funny because like one time I was coming back from a pin show and it was like super late, and my wife, she was so awesome and she's like, I'm gonna cook you dinner, but like I'm the chef in the house, not so much her. But she was gonna be like super nice to cook me dinner because I was like really hungry, and she was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. So I get back and she was so upset. She's like, I messed it up, and I'm like, how'd you mess it up? I'm like, what happened? And she's like, oh, I don't know. She's like, it was like boxed macaroni and cheese, and I still messed it up. And I still ate it. It was like the cheese was like all like packed together like on like one macaroni, and then the other macaroni had nothing on it. And I was like, no,
not enough butter and or milk.
Right, add a little more milk.
My wife and I are both the cooks in our relationship, and our daughter, who's almost 2.5, likes to cook too.
Yeah.
But my roommate's girlfriend in college thought that you can make brownies faster by using a bigger pan and turning the heat up. I've never seen brownies fuse to metal before, but totally happened.
Wow. Nice. Hey, Bryce, I'm not gonna lie. One time when I was younger, I have a good mac and cheese story. I actually dumped every ingredient into the boiling water. So, yeah, it didn't turn out well, and I was very confused on why it didn't work out. And then my mom told me like, "Yo," actually it was my brother. It was my middle brother. He was like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I was like, "Chill, I got this. I'll figure it out." And yeah,
Directions.
Life's too short for directions.
There's a brother between you and Brian?
Yeah, we've got a brother and sister in between us. So.
Oh, I didn't know.
Wow.
Yeah, our middle brother is out in Rockford. So shout out to Eric if he's still in here. And then my sister's out in Iowa. So.
Oh, cool. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they do some back end work for Atlas, but it's more so just what they can do online and whatnot. But people just think it's Brian and myself. But yeah, we're 7 years apart, and then we've got middle siblings.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know this. So like my brother works. He's like our warehouse manager. And there's like this like stigma of like with our like retailers that like no one in the pen industry knows what he looks like. And John's like I'm gonna keep it
Batman.
I'm gonna be like the dude that like no one knows what I look like. But
it's actually just you, and you just put on a fake mustache.
He looks like
I'm not Bryce.
Like make it like the exact opposite, and like that's my brother. Like people like they're like, there's no way you two are related. I'm like, no. Like I have no hair, and he has like a full head of hair. It's graying though, so I give him crap about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, we have approached over an hour and a half. I'm more than happy to stay on the call for as long as you guys would like.
Everybody can stay on if you want. I'm gonna have to go. Like I can just leave and just you can just keep it going. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Sure. Well, it's up to you guys. I mean, I have a buddy coming over to actually do a wine tasting as well. So I think he's bringing over like 4 bottles of wine. So, but I've got time. So it's whatever you guys want to do. You know, you guys have already come through for us, and we're truly appreciative and very happy with how this turned out. So
yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. This is really awesome, guys. Thanks for setting this up.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. My neighbor just called.
Thank you.
All right, I gotta go.
See ya.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Great to
Bye,
meet
bye,
you.
guys. See ya.
You guys,
Bye.
so since this was successful, we'll look forward to try doing this on monthly or maybe a quarterly basis, something like that. That way we can all try to stay connected. You know, we can only do so much via phone or text on social media. Yeah. If you guys are ready, I'm cool to conclude it. If you guys have any questions ever about any brands or whatnot, I mean, you guys are all the experts yourself. But if you have questions, direct message us, direct message Bryce. We're here to help you guys in your pen journey. So
for sure, anytime.
We appreciate you guys. You guys do a
Yeah,
great
this was great.
job.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Thank you so much for hosting.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Everybody have a great.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.